It is 7 p.m. and today's vlog is basically just starting. Yesterday I briefly mentioned the subject of downsizing and small living. The whole story started last year when we took this amazing trip coast to coast all across America, Delaware to California and back. During that trip we realized how many people in US travel and live in their trailers. Airstream travel trailers specifically are so good that everywhere we take ours we get asked if we live in it.
Wow!
Pretty
it's like
cool,
a
huh?
mini house.
We don't live in our trailer. Maybe one day if we get kicked out of this house. If we had to, we would make it work. Basically, during that trip, for a whole month, we lived out of a Ford Explorer and a tent. If that's possible, you can certainly live in a travel trailer. It is definitely not for everybody, but we're not the type of people who really need a lot of possessions to live happily. The obvious advantages are you are extremely mobile. The entire America is your backyard. You can chase 70 and always live in perfect weather. Of course, if you don't feel like it, go ahead and pick your season. There's winter and there's summer somewhere in America almost the entire year. During our Great American Road Race last year, we met some really cool people. One of them was Sharon Pieniak. An interview with her that we never posted before. This is what we... Oh wow.
You want one too, you can't have one. I was actually hoping you guys would be late because I wanted to squeeze in making cookies.
What is your
Especially
favorite place in the US? Is it
right here. That's why I'm actually planning on staying.
Oh, really?
So that's why I'm a little bit anxious. I'm not really sure how to answer. I don't know what kind of questions you're going to ask me, but I'm not really sure how I'm going to answer them because I'm sort of in this transition. Well, I'm definitely living in my trailer, but the traveling part is under consideration. I want to keep living here in the trailer, and I want to stay in Big Sur for a while. So it's become more about less about traveling right now, more about well, I mean, there's a whole story behind it because I've been traveling since 2007, and that's partly why. The past few years, I've noticed that I like being a part of the family of the parks. Before, I wanted to explore and see, and now I want to know the people, and I want to stay around, and I want to develop a community. Big Sur is really magical. There's a magic here. It's really like once you come, many people experience this, and I definitely experienced this 3 years ago when I first discovered it. Immediately, it was like this really deep sense of being home. I'm not ready to move out of my trailer though. Definitely, I like living in a trailer on wheels. It was an experiment in the beginning. I didn't know how long. I thought this was tiny when I got it, and I thought if it gets too small, maybe I'll rent a big hotel room. Which is, I actually tried that night. It's stupid. I hate hotel rooms now. I can't. I have this. Why would I want a hotel room that's questionable?
Oh, I know. We ran into that.
I got really lucky. This is the perfect size for me. A lot of people switch around and try to find the perfect size. This is perfect. It can go anywhere. Once you start getting bigger, you can't come in parks like this. You can't go to state parks. You can't go to the natural places. You're limited to cement parking lots, pretty much, off the highway.
Have you gone into Canada?
Not with the trailer.
Oh, okay.
But that's actually what started my. That's why I started thinking about how to make this a life. Was a trip to the Canadian Maritimes. And it was 6 weeks in a car with a tent and my dog and my computer for working if I needed. Somebody gave me an idea to get an RV. But somebody said an Airstream, like an Airstream. Yeah, I could maybe do an Airstream because they're pretty. This is actually pretty cool. I'm proud of myself. I mean, it's partly because I think I'm like reaching a stage where I've always been sort of solo, and I like being solo, and I like sort of my time to myself. I'm not antisocial, but I sort of like doing what I want to do. I'm more interested in people. This is really fun here too because it's families and kids, and everybody's here to have fun. So they're all in a good mood. So I'm here in Big Sur, and I've been here since January, and I don't want to leave.
That was Sharon Pieniak at a campground in Big Sur, California. Sharon, thank you again for talking to us. Now we go on with this gorgeous day. What else do we need to get for Sheridan's birthday party?
We need to get my Pinterest list stuff.
Your Pinterest list stuff?
Yeah.
Looks very cute. Look at what we found. It's a Lord Vader piñata for Sheridan's birthday. What have you heard about Cecil the Bear? I'm just curious.
Just that he's been around, that's all. But I think he's back up into Delaware, isn't he?
I have no idea where he's at now.
Yeah, 'cause it's been a while.
Is your ice cream delicious?
Yes.
Where did you get it from? That cow one over there?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Enjoy your evening.
Sorry.
Best coffee shop in town. Delicious. If you're ever in or around Northeast, that's where you're stopping.
Oh, that's the bear that my buddy Steve has been trying to get. He's like trying to track down this bear. He really is. I know that there's different guys tracking him. He ended up in my buddy's aunt's backyard, I believe, and they want to get him. But that's all I know.
I am finding out all sorts of useful information and interesting information about the place where we live.
There's a lot of different places, like John Smith sailed into the Northeast River and stumbled upon the Susquehannocks, and then they pretty much thrived off the fishing and the land and the hunting. So that's kind of how Northeast got its ground. I made a little blurb. My parents have the Pickled Herring, which is the local pub, and that was the original firehouse in town, and one of their first fire trucks was the Olive France, and there's some really cool old photographs, and we're going to really highlight the history in the new pub.
We live in a truly beautiful place. This was such a cool evening. This was one of the best sunsets in Northeast ever. Now it's getting late, we're about to get some dinner, and that concludes today's episode.
Are you in any of them?
Oh, I'm in all of them.
Well, I know your voice is probably in all of them.
No, my potato face is in all of them as well.
Oh,
Is she married?